Henry Cotton, a singularly celebrated psychiatrist of his time, is now regarded as an embarrassment to the Department of Psychiatry itself. In the early 20th century, Cotton was respected, well trained, and trusted. But the treatments he introduced at Trenton State Hospital would become one of the darkest chapters in American psychiatry. Cotton trained at Johns Hopkins under the era's most influential psychiatrists. He embraced a theory called focal sepsis, the belief that hidden infections released toxins that poisoned the brain. Without evidence, he became certain that mental illness began in the teeth, the tonsils, and the intestines. Belief turned into surgical practice. He began by removing patients' teeth. When they didn't improve, he expanded the operations. Tonsils, sinuses, stomachs, gallbladders, even sections of the colon. Complications were severe, deaths were common, but Cotton saw them as necessary steps towards a cure. He reported cure rates as high as 85%. Medical journals praised him, newspapers celebrated him as a pioneer. Visitors traveled from Europe to observe his work, and almost no one questioned the numbers behind those claims. Concern finally reached Johns Hopkins. A young psychiatrist, Phyllis Greenacre, was sent to review Cotton's records. Her findings were clear. Mortality rates were high, complications were severe, and many of Cotton's cures were simply deaths. Her report raised serious doubts, but the institution buried it. Cotton was placed on leave, then reinstated. He continued his surgeries until retiring in 1930. He died 3 years later, still convinced he had solved mental illness. But decades later, the hospital records showed the truth. His treatments had killed a significant number of patients, and the cures he promised had never existed. Henry Cotton's career is not remembered for innovation. It is remembered as a warning of what happens when certainty moves faster than evidence.